The movie today is Glory. In October of 2011, 4 black Marines were honored with the Congressional Gold Medal. They were unanimously approved by the United States Congress to receive this highest award that we give to our citizens. When these individuals, these 4 African American Marines, were interviewed on the steps of the Capitol, one individual reminisced about the fact that when they were in war and they had fought at Iwo Jima and Okinawa, and even after the war was over, when the atomic bombs were dropped on Nagasaki and Hiroshima, African American soldiers, Marines, were enlisted to go into those cities to clean up the very dangerous debris. What this man described, however, was the fact that there were no black officers. And what that meant was this: if you felt that you had been ridiculed, dehumanized, slapped in the face, hit, there wasn't anybody to protect you if you were an American who happened to be black in the military service. Well, these Marines were honored this October 2011 because of their great service. And each one of them expressed continued loyalty to the United States Marines. Back in the 1860s, during the American Civil War, or as often called the War Between the States, there were also no black officers. But a large number of African Americans volunteered to fight with the Union. As a matter of fact, by the end of the Civil War, by the end of the 4 years in which that war took place, 180,000 African Americans had participated in the fight for the Union. Well, the movie Glory is really centered around the 54th Massachusetts Regiment, which is the story of volunteer African Americans fighting for the North. They're led by a white officer who has strong abolitionist sentiments. And since this story is based largely on that colonel's letters that he wrote to his mother, much of it is based on fact. His name was Robert Gould Shaw. He was only 25 years old, and he's played by Matthew Broderick, who in repose looks a great deal like the actual Robert Gould Shaw. The other actors in tonight's film are very substantial performers. The one who stands out the most probably is Denzel Washington, who plays a rebellious ex-slave who has a great deal of grit and a great deal of vitriolic fluids in him, because he still retains the pain he suffered, which will be clarified and illustrated visually as the film progresses. He plays the part of that rebellious individual. His name is Trip. Morgan Freeman plays kind of like the cement, the concrete material that holds everything together. Another way of describing him is that he represents the conscience of the African American unit in that 54th Regiment. Carrie Ewells plays the part of a white officer under Robert Gould Shaw, who seems to be a little bit more lenient than Colonel Shaw And as a result of that leniency and Shaw's persistence on being highly protective and therefore very demanding, creates some tension. There is friction between these two erstwhile very good friends. Andrew Braher plays who was a friend of Colonel Shaw prior to his enlistment into the 54th Regiment, was a close friend, and unwittingly, not realizing that it was improper, takes a few liberties once he is involved in the dynamics of the company. However, the issue that is really relevant is not one particular friction or tension between two characters.